Hey, third grade, this video is about fraction strips, and you're going to pick up this sheet here shortly from me. One thing to do is cut along the dotted gray lines. You're going to end up with 7 strips when you cut along them, and I know that you've been following directions if I see that you have a dark line in the middle of each of those strips, because if you cut along that dark line, you're not going to get the strips that you want. So when I look at the first strip, it just says 1 whole, and I'm not going to do anything to this strip. I don't want to put any fractions in this one because I just want to show what 1 whole is. But this one, halves. What can I do to this strip here to show halves? Well, what I'm going to do is fold it in half, and that will make the halfway line. Now, if you are not folding carefully, such as like if I fold it here and I end up with a crooked line, or if I'm like got my edges not evenly met up, I'm going to ask you to redo it, because half means half, exactly that. So it shouldn't be too hard to line up your edges, to fold down the middle, and here you would have that little crease in the middle, and I would use my straight edge to then mark, and you're going to use a pencil. I'm just using a marker so it shows up a little better on the video. But I would go through and I'd mark where 1 half would be, such as this. Yeah. So now you get to your next one. It's called fourths. Well, you know when you're marking out fourths, you're going to have 4 equal sections in here. Well, I know how to make 2 equal sections by folding it in half like this. And then I can actually do the exact same thing, fold it in half one more time. And when I unfold it, and remember, you're folding carefully. If I see any of this, like I'm folding too quickly, and I see like this kind of stuff, or crooked lines, you're going to have to refold. So when I unfold it all, and I folded it in half, and then I fold it in half again, I get 4 equal sections. Remember, use your little straight edge to mark where each piece would be, and you should have 4 sections marked. Now the very last one you're just going to have to do at the end, because you can't slide it in there very nicely. So I have 1/4, 2/4, which is the same as 1/2 of this strip, 3/4, 4/4. Now the next strip you're going to have is the 8ths. Now I bet you can figure out how to get this into 8 equal sections if you know you folded this in half, fold it in half again to give you 4 equal sections. Talk with your group. How do you think you can get this in 8 equal sections? And I'm going to double check to make sure that it's accurate and it's evenly spaced. If it's not, line's crooked, you fold it too quickly, you're going to have to redo it. Now the next thing is folding into thirds. Now you'll notice that you see these helper lines in here. These helper lines just tell you where you're going to bring your edge of your paper like this. And you're going to make 1 fold there. Make another fold here, and then remember, you're going to fold carefully, any rushing and do over, and then ta-da, you got your folds on the black line. You mark them down as 1/3, 2/3, and the very end I'm going to be putting down 3/3. You should put down how many thirds gives you a whole strip. 3/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Now for the 6th, you're going to do the exact same thing again that you did with thirds. So you're going to fold it into thirds, but then you want to give it 1 more fold in the exact center, because that'll chop that third. Okay, this is the third of the strip. Once I use my helper markers, fold it exactly in half to help give me 6 equal sections. Okay? So the helper lines kind of show up. See like how there's 6 equal sections. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, which is the same as 1/2, 3/6. Okay. 4/6, 5/6, 6/6 for the very end. Now the last one is a blank. You get to decide how you're going to fold this one. And I challenge you. Ones that we haven't done are 1/5. Or breaking into fifths. We haven't done 1/9, and you could even take it further with like 1/12 if you wanted to. Those would be the 3 I would recommend. So try to break it in fifths, 9ths, or 12ths if you're up for the challenge piece. So To get the sheet to pick up for Mr. Prowl, you have to say 29. Mr. Prowl likes to use the number 29 because that's when Dave was born. So tell me the secret number, and I'll give you your sheet.